So, any plans for the videos? I mean, if you want me to take over, let me know.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to take up your offer. So, whenever you're up for volunteering, let me know, so. What on earth? Okay, can somebody tell me what on earth do you need me here? What is going on? You're going to be here because you're going to tell me what you're going to want in the video, so that way I can have that executed, and that way by the time I have that executed, you'll shut up. You know what? Fair deal. Fair deal. Alright, so different type of lighting, different setting, different lighting here. Anyway, so what do we got going on here? Now I would like to go ahead and apologize for the unforeseen circumstances that has caused me to miss out on the press conferences, which as a result, I will not be able to have the time to do a impressions video, even though if I go through the archives, unfortunately. Also, another thing to keep in mind is there will be a top 5 best games of E3 2017 video, so yay! Anyway, as soon as I finish up this tea, it's gonna be lit. Yeet! Anyway, in this wonderful world we live in, we have no idea what the fuck's going on. And, we have no idea what's going on, basically. Everything that we know has gone well, has gone horribly wrong, and that's the thing. But however, all that we need to know in the end is that the fidget spinners spin. Oh, and by the way, I tend to end up forgetting which hand I hold the fidget spinner with and which hand I use to spin the fidget spinner. So, yeah, it's gonna give me a while. Anyway, what is it about these things? Yeah, these things started becoming popular anyway, so I've been wondering, and people have been sitting around here saying, oh, it reduces stress, oh, it gives you focus, and yeah, and by the way, this is what I got in the packaging. Oh, I stopped the fidget spinner. I'll keep this going. So basically, so yeah, I've been reading that shit in its packaging, and that seems very kind of weird. And people are starting to do very crazy tricks with the fidget spinners. And I've been wondering what the hell's going on. And everybody's been getting into the whole fidget spinner craze. And most importantly, there's been a lot of people that have been that just want a quick buck and they just want to cash it off it, so they'll do whatever material is necessary to fucking make that shit. You know, we seem to notice that a lot, and we can all agree with each other. They want to cash in, so they'll stick to whatever fucking material is nearby them. And I know somebody's gonna come out of the blue and be like, yo, person in front of the camera, did you upgrade did you update your Brave Girl Ravens XR app? I'm going to do that right now. Thank you for reminding me. Because I know it got updated with the new event, so I'm going to go ahead and... Okay, so I'm going to go ahead... Anyway, so let's go ahead and finish off where we left off about E3 in general. So what is E3? It's an annualized summertime gaming news event where people can go over and check out what Microsoft has for the future, what Sony has for the future, what Nintendo has for the future, what console makers have for the future, what developers and publishers have for the future. And not only that, but they pretty much occasionally, when it comes to the show floor, it's like CES. So that way there's like demos for upcoming games for the following season. So E3 exclusive demos are up there. And however, normally it is a press-only event. Like, anyone who's like, well actually, anyone who works at the game industry can come over, and not welcoming any consumers. Consumers don't go, and they're not able to attend E3. This is like an exclusive event to, like, the media, and also retailers. I had to learn this shit the hard way. I'm like, hey, I want to go to E3. I want to go to E3. I want to go to E3. And then, oh shit. I'm never able to go to E3. Fuck! Anyway, so of course you do have on the show floor, you get your game demos, you get your gaming hardware to take a look at, you get your gaming accessories you take a look at, but however, let's go ahead and talk about the press conferences. And another thing to know about the press conferences, and the ultimate reason why you see more bloopers. Because, well, people are learning impromptu speech. As a matter of fact, impromptu speech as well as speaking, it's speaking without a script, okay? There's no goddamn script whatsoever. You just have to, basically, there's no rehearsal, anything about that. I had to learn about impromptu speech the hard way. So, the reason why you see so many bloopers, the reason why you see so many cringe, is because people are learning, okay, we're going to have to utilize impromptu speaking because we need more time to work on the game, to work on whatever, to get the preparations going and get the preparations. You don't see anybody doing shit off the script. You don't see anybody rehearsing, absolutely. It's like when it comes to your presentations. Okay, normally you see some students reading off the slides. Normally, you see some students pick a topic that's very passionate, that they're very passionate about, and they can let the words naturally come off the mind. By the way, it's like when you sit around here, it's like when you rehearse for your presentation, you're the only one that's doing it. Nobody else. Nobody else does that. Everybody utilizes impromptu speech. That's why you see the bloopers, because people are learning, okay, we're going to have to utilize impromptu speaking. Anyway, so let's keep on going. Okay, so you have the technical difficulties where things don't show up as accordingly, or something goes horribly wrong, or something goes wrong and it's not goes as well. There are times where this shit like this can fucking happen. And another thing to keep in note when it comes to the press conferences is that people have a tendency to fucking, well, add something regardless of whether or not it's fucking necessary. Like how you know how when it comes to Ubisoft in every Just Dance game that comes out, there's always this fucking, it makes no goddamn sense at all, fucking dance performance by everybody. Oh yeah, Just Dance! Oh yeah! It's basically, I mean, you might as well just get a hold of the video clip of Yo Gabba Gabba of that Nathaniel kid dancing, and then pretty much chroma key him all over the stage, all over the fucking place. And it's gonna be, oh yeah, Just Dance 2019! And let's not forget about Jason Derulo. You see Bethesda having their own press conference. You also see, we're finally seeing Devolver having their own press conference. That's surprising. And another thing to know, I know Square Enix has its press conferences. Yeah, anybody wondering if that's still a thing? Also, I do remember that Konami press conferences weren't a thing anymore. Probably has something to do with that one press conference. I guess we could say that ended up being the last. Yeah, that infamous press conference of Konami's. All I gotta say is 1 million troops. But however, what else is there at the press conferences? Okay, so when it comes to, there's always these little fucking teasers that happen, and really it gets to this, if you remember Nintendo's press conference, and I saw Etika's reaction to the Metroid Prime 4 reveal, I know it's exciting, but however, at the same time, you just showed the fucking logo? But no, seriously, let's go ahead and talk about the CG trailers. They end up teasing for what the final product is going to be like. They don't even show off gameplay. Well, you know what? That's being killed off that we're seeing right now. Everybody's now demanding, okay, give us the fucking gameplay. Give us the gameplay. Give us the fucking gameplay! So, that's what you're beginning to see more and more people do in their press conferences. Bring more gameplay and less CG trailer. We could go ahead and talk about the show floor and how everybody has their own booth and everybody has their own booth advertising their games and all that shit. Anyway, so, yeah. typical of any show floor ever, and of course. So, anyway, wondering when's the Tokyo Game Show 2017 coming up, because Nihongo no Game my shit, dog! However, because E3 is, well, it's a press-only event. It's people who's part of the gaming press, who's a developer, who's a publisher, who also pretty much works at retail. Anyone can go. For us consumers who can't get into E3, what do we do? So, okay, so what do we do? Anyway, we go ahead, take a look at the E3 gameplay demo, gameplay footage. We also tend to look at the E3 footages. We also tend to look at the press conference live streams. We do reactions, we do impression videos, and usually that's the only thing we can do, and that's really close to it. And because E3 is a very high, huge topic when E3 happens, and yes, this can happen. Anyway, you guys go ahead and play with your little fidget spinner thingies. And, yeah. And I'll be looking forward to you in the next video.